Hello and welcome to Lightning Ladz Rinkside Rants, where we share our unfiltered opinions. Please like and subscribe and enjoy.
Oh, how you guys doing? Mason here. We've got James, Sunny Buckingham. We just thought to have a catch up, talking about some of the new signings, departures, and contract extensions, and then also a quick background on us, how we got into hockey,
how we all met.
and then I think later on get the rest of the gang. They'll come up with how they got into hockey and how we all met as well.
Yeah.
So we'll start off quickly with CJ Garcia from Manchester Storm. He's dropped down to, of course, the National League.
So Sheffield
Steel Dogs. And what a signing. He's strong. He's big. Big old Canadian.
Big, yeah. No, he's exactly what the defence of Sheffield need. I said we were speculating for about half an hour before it was announced when he was leaving Manchester to wonder where he would end up. And for perfectly honest, I don't think any of us lads had him go to Steel Dogs, but
before probably staying elite and
possibly
Steelers, Belfast,
that sort of thing. But for him to drop down to the National League is huge for the league. Huge for Steel Dogs. I mean, they really do need that D-man that will occupy the zone and obviously help them defensively, and possibly up the other end of the ice as well, up the top, because his natural game is big hits, strong, difficulty off the puck. So out of that, with obviously Samuel Tremblay hopefully coming back down to Steel Dogs, that's yet to be seen whether the Steelers do find a way of keeping him. Obviously, having Walker Sommer back and Luke Nordstrom also back, it's going to make them very strong at this moment in time. Obviously, we don't know who else is coming in and going out from there, but it was massive, wasn't it?
It is, definitely. I was expecting it. But probably the team to look out for next season.
At the moment, I mean, I know it's early stage, but if they can keep the four players that's obviously due to play for them this season, then they add a few more quality, then 100%. And then obviously we got the re-signing from the Raiders of Jake Sylvester.
I like him. I like him a lot. He's honestly, like, watching him for the past couple of seasons. It's just he's fast. Like, him on the puck, like, sometimes you can't even stop him. He just glides through. So of course, interesting to see who else they'll bring in.
Yes, Raiders
to work alongside him and of course the others.
Well, if you think this time last year, it was uncertain whether Raiders would be a club. Obviously, the new ownership have Adam Leishram in. Obviously, he's not here this season coaching, but massive for them to actually be stable. And I'm looking forward to see what the Raiders bring in and how they can sort of better last season. So Jake Sylvester, massive signing. One news for them this morning was obviously Bobby Chamberlain. Massive for Hull.
Contract extension
for 2 years. I think we all knew he was probably going to re-sign there.
He is. He's a Hull. He's
boy. Hull through and through, isn't he? We loved him at Lightning. Obviously, we always have a bit of banter with him when Seahawks come to town. So obviously, his game is very much wind-up merchant, and that's what I think we love about him. On there, we give him a bit of stick in here and there, but that's just banter.
He gives it back.
He does, and it's hockey. It's hockey at the end of the day, and
no snowflakes in hockey.
No. So we all sort of after the game we catch him and have a couple of beers and things when we can, but no, it's all looking good for that front. Obviously, Hull signed. I think we signed the majority of their team. So I looked this morning, and they've got a lot of players coming in, which is good. It's what you want: stability, and hopefully they will bring in some good quality players on there. And then obviously there's the big one for us tonight, which is kept under wraps. I mean, we know who is signing because we're gold members for the Lightning, but obviously we're going to keep our mouth shut until the big reveal, which is at 7:00 tonight.
Of course, we'll announce it as soon as they announce.
As soon as it's alive, obviously you'll be on our socials, so stay tuned for that. And I think that's it. It's probably a couple of other signings that we may have missed, but I said this was only a very quick jump on just to go through a little bits and bobs. But mainly it was about how we come together, really. So yeah, I will start first. I think with how I got into hockey. Funny enough, I with Matt, who you've seen on a couple of other podcasts. I'm from the area. Matt's not. Matt's from a little town in Didcot, which is in South Oxfordshire. I've known Matt all my life. Class him as a brother, and we meet up very, very often throughout the years. And one time in Milton Keynes, was on a night out catching up. We were bored, so we wanted to do something. Looked online and saw that MK were playing Leeds Knights back in 22, I think it was. So yeah, we just went there just to sort of tag along. And what a game to start! I mean, it was. I think 6-1 to Leeds. I think they were battering MK throughout most of the game. And then third period was just relentless, ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. And for MK to win 7-6 in overtime. And that's what got me hooked and Matt hooked to hockey. We came back ever since. So the rest is history that led us to this point. And then obviously Mason. He'll tell his story. And then we met Mason and Owen. Mason at Solway, the double header a couple of seasons ago. And Owen stands next to us anyway. We met him just because we chose to set in block 10. It's been ever since just loving hockey and building up good friends. Obviously, your stories are a lot different to ours.
Yeah, so a bit similar, but I was at home. I do suffer with mental health issues. It is out there. So I was just sitting at home, feeling depressed, but I thought, let's get myself out there. What is there to do? And of course, Facebook, I saw Milton Keynes Lightning ice hockey team. I was like, I've always wanted to go to a game like that, see what happens. Of course, came later on. It was
the playoffs, wasn't it?
Playoffs at the end of the year you went.
22. Mm-hmm.
I think they're playing Telford. And yeah, my mental health, everyone's different with the mental health. They have different problems, how to deal with stuff. And me, I suffer a little bit of part of it, only a little bit of anger hidden inside. But went to the game, and of course, first thing came out was a fight. And yeah, it got me up. I was out on the steps. I was releasing some anger. And after the game, I think they lost. Lightning lost. I think they did.
I don't think I went to that
it's one of those very bad memory. Do apologise, but no. And then I said, look, I enjoy this. It's fast, it's brutal, and technical is incredible. And I was thinking, this is a bit better than football. And of course, I'm always watch football. But yeah, then the next season come afterwards. Spent a fortune. Wasn't a season ticket holder yet. I think I spent over about £1,200 on tickets, merch, but it was worth it. And of course, it came to a double header. I said, go to Scotland for a weekend. And of course, walked up the bar before the game. And of course, saw Tiny James here and big old Matt. But yeah, just said hi. And then we started chatting a little bit. And then went to our seats. And yeah, we won the first game. Rory Herman with the overtime winner. Quality. The next game afterwards, we did lose in penalties.
It was two cracking games, wasn't it?
It was incredible. And of course, met some lovely people. And of course, big shout out to Billy
McCall.
And absolutely an awesome. He brings the noise when he comes to Lightning, and also when he's at home.
His megaphone.
Cracking guy.
Lovely chap.
But yeah, and then after that, I said we just getting to know each other.
Didn't we, really? We hit it off straight away.
Yeah.
Me and Mace have a lot in common.
A bit local as well, because I'm Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
Down the road, so it's not too far. And then after that, we just got a season ticket. Worked out a bit cheaper, but still spent a fortune on merch.
Don't have any jerseys.
All the jerseys. And of course, and also the thing as well about ice hockey, it's nice to actually. The players are absolutely lovely.
Oh,
and
you can't fault the
behind the
players.
scenes.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing I've noticed. I mean, was a massive football fan. Technically still am. But yeah, me and Matt used to go to MK Dons quite a bit. I know you'll probably frown at that
Boo.
because it's there's the history behind that. Um, but yeah, it's a massive difference, isn't it?
It
There's a
is.
family feel of hockey, and there's no big heads. There's no sort of rudeness. You don't feel uncomfortable like you can do at football games.
Everyone's welcome in.
Yeah, obviously support stand that we've got in the sports club.
The main guy, Dave,
Phenomenal people.
really supportive.
Yeah, we got to know Richard Wilmot quite well, who is one of the members, mainly through Solway. He stood next to us, so shout out to Rich and Dave.
But the whole team, like honestly, you do a cracking job every weekend. The merch, of course, charity as well, because the recent playoff champions, they got the merch ready for it. New stuff to hand out to all the fans.
Yeah,
and of course, Pink the Rink.
the Rink.
Of course, that went towards charity
Which is
themselves.
lovely. Yeah.
So they do a cracking job, brilliant. Of course, behind the scenes management, it's all family run. Everyone's quite close and connected. Sorry, I know you've got some people walking past, but it's all right.
But yeah, I mean, it was a massive difference. That's where sort of we met Owen throughout this. Owen he tries to jump on the podcast as much as he can. But yeah, I met Owen through that as well. I mean, he's been going for a lot longer than we have, actually. So he will come on and tell his story. And then recently, the newest member is Nathan.
Yeah. I sat with him in our block 7.
Yeah.
At the front.
What a guy. We hit it off straight away. And then sort of the rest sort of is his history. But me and Mace, obviously, we spend a lot more time together because, as he said, we're local. And we thought we would share our love for hockey, which has obviously all been fairly recent, by doing a podcast and doing sort of trying to create our own brand. We are all novices. I know Mace, he's very good on social media. He's been doing that for a long time. Someone like me and Matthew and Nath and probably Owen, we're not the biggest on camera people. We never try to be that, but we want to all share our love for hockey and try and get the sport of hockey in Britain even bigger than what it is, and just get it out there by talking about mainly our league, the National League, and our beloved Milton Keynes Lightning. But yeah, I mean, it's taken off. I mean,
it starts off slow, but we've done pretty well.
We've had a lot of love. Yeah. We've got some good, exciting news, which we will hope to share in the next sort of few months. We have got a couple of players lined up to jump on. I'm not going to go into who yet because obviously it's still very early stages of
we'll let them have a summer off and then enjoy themselves.
But yeah, we've got a couple of players from the league. I'm not going to say we won't go into that yet until it's announced. Yeah, it's gone a lot better than we thought. Thank you to you guys for watching the videos that we've done so far. You'll see a completely different contrast from like videos we're doing today to what we do when the season does kick off.
We've got some stuff coming in, and also we've got like new equipment being brought in because we need to eventually get more professional, which will happen quite soon. This is quite rare for me actually because I'm the ones. I get a little go, aren't I? Sometimes.
Yeah,
it's more shyness, but it's because, as I said, we're not used to it.
Yeah,
but we'll get there, and
it's and it's just what we love now, and to find people along the way that also love it and you can be friends with. I mean, I've certainly made friends for life in Mason, Nathan, Owen, obviously Matt, clearly, being a brother. So, but no, that's sort of really the story behind it. I said that's obviously from mine and Mason's point of view.
And you get the other guys soon.
We'll get them on. They might do their own video. They might do it individually or as a little group.
But we'll let you know that.
Yeah, we'll post that all on there. But it's just really to get you guys a little bit more insight of how we fall in love with hockey and Milton Keynes Lightning. So, I think that's all for now. So you might not hear from us for a couple of weeks. It depends on obviously what's out there. Obviously, we're posting constantly on social media. Obviously, Mason's created a fantastic background for us for news. created our brand of it, which is really good. So obviously you guys have seen that of late. So more of that will be coming. Yeah, I think unless there's anything else you want to add, I think that will wrap this.
Yeah, I think
video.
that's pretty it. I think all we're gonna do is just enjoy our drinks and let you guys do your thing. And if you do see us out and about anywhere or at the rink and stuff, just come say hi.
Yeah,
like very approachable and buy a drink, have a laugh, and then of course any of you guys got any views and everything, you can probably put that on here.
Yeah.
But
So
other than that, guys, thank you for watching Rinkside Rants and cheers.
have a great weekend.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.